Tonight and tonight only, for 1 hour and 1 hour-ish, I'll be presenting a selection from my recently published novel, Carlisle Montgomery, by the Primer Fiction House of Sydney, Australia. The book's so large, we had to go to a separate continent to get it printed. Thank you. Thank you, second booth. I do it for you. So, who am I and why should you care? Well, I can't answer all of those questions except for this. Who is Carlisle Montgomery? And why am I doing this here? Carlisle Montgomery is a 6'5", red-headed, pigtailed, buck and gap-toothed, 9-fingered guitar-playing freak, as she describes herself, who grew up just 2 blocks from here, and her father, Bobby, played in bands on this very stage back in the day, as they say now. This particular scene is set around 1992, and in weather very similar to this, and on a Tuesday. I didn't plan for this, it just happened, including the weather. So, with that in mind, I will tell you that you'll be meeting members of the band. The one you'll be meeting first is Laurel Gray. Remember, Carlisle's 6'5", Laurel is 5 feet, and a skate rat who also plays the fiddle with a marvelous set of hands and ears. And others will make themselves present, including Bruce Moody, who kind of looks like a sheepish John James Dean. Big Eddie Cochran hair. So, this is from Chapter 7. It is set right here in this place, or a fictional variation of it, but you'll recognize it. Chapter 7, called The Veterans of Foreign Wars Dance. Thank you. Mr. Williams, if you please. Oh, yeah. Carlisle's purposeful stride up Mulberry Street brought her beside the Cary Street Cafe's mural. The tableau depicted a fanciful woodland glade where mythical creatures, recognizable bard denizens, and musicians cavorted among psychedelic-colored mushrooms, parachuting hot dogs, and cuddly koalas. Carlisle, almost equal in height as the nearest dream tree, raced afoot against the wall to burrow in the Soviet surplus greatcoat for a steadying Pall Mall. She practiced sending jets of smoke through her nose. From here, she viewed the slanting late yellow lights catch the surprised dormers of the Montgomery house, and squatting within the deepening darkness in the nearest block, the low-slung brick apartment building where cross-hatched yard fencing stood in for porch railings, Jean referred to the place as Cannery Row and forbid Carlisle from getting anywhere near it. She shivered inside the big coat and wondered, of those who said they'd show, who might actually come to this thing? Laurel's uncle Alex intended to bring a couple of his pals from the competitive miniature modeling world. A few of her skate rat running crew who'd never seen Laurel and her fiddle sucked up their coolness to hang with the straights for part of the Tuesday evening. A scratchy thudding at the corner announced Laurel's arrival. She, in a practiced, natural manner, kicked the skateboard to her hands. A fatigue jacket punctuated by buttons announcing, "I fiddle around," and a little ultraviolet hid most girlishness through a yellow tiered skirt bared slender legs. Laurel shook her hair from her eyes to better see who might have observed. She caught Carlisle's indulgent half frown. "Hey," she said. "Yeah," Carlisle squinted with precision to flick the finished cigarette. "I didn't want to sit around the house," Laurel said, to explain either her early arrival or Carlisle's, or both. She asked if she'd eat, and Carlisle's nerves squeezed any appetite before the show. Laurel never experienced such suppressing anxiety. They passed the big painted burnt orange sun, radiating fat organic beams that embraced the magical glade to negotiate the high concrete step to the wooden deck where no one yet sat under the protective awning and tables decorated by classic board games, and to the door papered by photocopied flyers that announced upcoming acts, some artful and others mere blunt declarations of fact, and its center, a silhouetted quartet sending up squiggly lines and random music notes with dramatic words, "Open Mic Tuesday! Go ahead, show us what you got!" The trapezoid stage next to the door took up the restaurant's front section, making entrance or exit impossible for the band not to see. Above the front window and over the stage, a framed, painted portrait of a beatific top-hatted Jerry Garcia smiled upon the performance. The jutting driver's cabin of a 1971 Volkswagen bus contained the sound and light boards. A colorful coat of bumper stickers plastered the cab that advertised known and unknown bands, between revealed truths like eat, Bertha's bustles. My other ride is a mystery train. High-closed Wolskis. Imagine world peas. My grass is blue. According to lore, Maura Huckett followed the dead cross-country in driving the VW until a fortuitous 1990 breakdown by the southbound I-95 Boulevard exit stalled her in Richmond. The event contributed to her reckoning that unknowable fate chose her to create this establishment. Cary Street Cafe's rope lights illuminated a high Grateful Dead motif. Posters and record covers hung as hard above the booths. The bar back decor included a neon pink flamingo and a stained glass dead skull, the lightning bolt rendered in jagged detail. Carlisle nodded her hellos to the few patrons and some musicians who knew her. Good morning. Good morning. Laurel marched to the rearmost booth. She unloaded her fill bag and shed the jacket to reveal the yellow frilly short-sleeved blouse. The scar along her bowling arm from the skateboard mishap showed vivid but healed. The board, wheels up, and her innocent dreaming nose lay on the seat next to her. Carlisle said, "You'll make me crazy riding that thing." Laurel raised her shoulder. "Make me crazy if I didn't." Musicians entered, slapping hands, laughing, talking loud, ordering rounds of drinks. Instrument cases and amps bumped and thumped. Carlisle's stomach lurched a bit while observing Laurel dig into a steaming, piled-high plate of gooey nachos. She turned her gaze at the framed pictures above them, an anomaly in the dead-related decor, a portrait of Gypsy Rose Lee, and several burlesque dames posed languid among stickered traveling trunks. Gypsy thick boa draped around her neck, raised her long opera-gloved arms as if to say, "Welcome, darling. Join us in our adventures around the world." Carlisle remembered how when she first saw the picture, maybe at age 9, asking Jean, "Is she related to us?" "Only metaphorically," Bobby interjected, and Jean saying, "He means not really." One afternoon, Carlisle dragged Donna in there to show her grandmother's picture. Carlisle grunted at the funny, hurtful memory. She lit another cigarette. Laurel frowned. "You got it? Go crazy if I did." Large, hunched men, cloaked in pen-adorned boonie hats and fatigue jackets, emblazoned by badges of campaigns distant in place and time, manufactured a gray thunderhead of smoke that drifted from the bar toward the pressed tin ceiling. A couple of the fellows displayed long gray ponytails. This bunch seldom paid any attention to the music. They sat 3 inches apart while shouting, spit-slinging, repeated stories of their often forced participation in the nation's overseas imbroglios and of soured marriages, their varied ailments, and VA hospital difficulties. Stories blurred together into a tapestry of national errors and personal confusion. Redoubtable Maura, on occasion, shushed them using nasty glances, or, following a severe provocation, she turned the drained glass upside down. The no uncertain terms caused hurt protest. "But Maura, I fought for this country! Maura! Maura! Just one more! Give me a shot and I'm going down the road! Maura!" Once past this point, Maura never surrendered to pleading or meaningful glares. Carlisle rose and pulled off the coat. "That's pretty," Laurel admired a floral garlanded halter dress. "Mom's," Carlisle affirmed, "a little loose." She retied the knot behind her neck, turning around for appraisal. "Gave me hips and legs and a voice, God bless her, but not the other fun stuff." "I almost didn't wear it." She tilted her head toward the convocation of musicians. Her high, wide shoulders shone in the gloom. "Well, you know, girl," cried Tad Jernigan, a mandolin player looked at her without craning his neck. He clasped her hand like a ball player. "Here for the show?" "Yes, you are," she observed him taking the opportunity when raising a cheap plastic lighter for her cigarette to appraise the view of clavicle and tendons in the darkness of the dipping point of the sweetheart neckline. The intriguing shadows that otherwise never arose from a bra, except that Danae helped Carlisle find one. although the support that pushed together the sensitive flesh made an uncomfortable situation much like a too-tight shoe. She thought, throw a dress over your head, for sure you're not just one of the guys anymore. Carlisle said, ever show you this? And in quick beats, she clicked her left fingers as she used her right to snap the lighter open, flicked the flame, snatched away, and then returned the light. She fired Tad's cigarette, chortled out smoke. You got hidden talents. Oh, I do, believe me, he called. Small talk about sets and instruments, players sat, shifted toward each other and tuned in expectation. At 7:45, Laura went to the stage. Good evening, everybody, bellowing like a roadhouse Rosemary Clooney. Cheers and claps. Welcome to the Cary Street Cafe, open mic. We got us a good crowd tonight. Everybody's got 15 minutes, more or less, depending on your enthusiasm. Hoots and hollers from the back, and afterward we jam until I toss everybody out. So stick around, we got some of Richmond's best players here. Don't forget, give us your name and where you're from. David and Dane, who are Carlisle's romantic entanglements, in black and leather, pushed through the front door, their eyes scanning the joint's unfamiliar twilight. Dane's Leica swayed at her neck. She saw Carlisle first among the knot of musicians at the standalone tables. Carlisle guided them toward the booth. Chairs slid and squawked and shoved together. Tables made dull knocks. Then, as a procession occasioned by weddings or funerals, came bounders and rogues. Bearded and bespectacled bloody Escher, leathery, long-limbed guy Hoyard, arms around their assorted short-skirted girlfriends, and by himself, Bobby Montgomery, a full, handsome head above everyone else. Carlisle hugged, kissed cheeks, brushed her face like a familiar cat against Buddy's soft beard. For love, he chuckled. You don't need me to know that. Carlisle at last arrived, Bruce at last arrived, white t-shirt, jacket, jeans, lace-up work boots. He stopped short when he got the view of Carlisle. Look at this, he exclaimed, shaking his head. What I get for being a boy in an all-girl band. Best-looking boy in an all-girl band. Laurel jerked a finger toward her mouth, looked at her lower teeth and made gagging sounds. Jealous, Bruce said. Carlisle passed around the lows to negotiate the sudden David, Dane, Dad introduction. David's handshake seemed to Bobby short of full conviction, softened by a damp calm that conveyed nervousness. Bobby wondered, nervous about what? Dane made a gesture effort. She sensed Bobby's big dirt clog diggers, but attenuated and roughened by the guitar string. Hers met his, smooth but not as soft as her man's. She held on as best she could and made sidelong, slow-eyed eye contact, gesturing toward his daughter. Carlisle tell you that we picked up fancy fretwork before we met? No, she didn't. And he paused. Then his speech governor instead made audible the thought, there's plenty she's not told me. That's so, Dane smiled, bright and wholesome. Carlisle needed a drink, something bad. Jernigan's bunch took up the first set. They and their vests and ties performed in a way neither inspired nor lousy. They offered a mix of their own and some old-time tunes. Their last came as an effort to render an inspired version of Stone Temple Pilots' Creep. Bony, shaggy Dave Travers and three other plaid-shirted players clambered upon the stage. The exception among them, a barrel-chested, soul-patched, upright bassist wearing a turquoise, black-lapelled, side-striped bowling shirt. He adjusted his pork pie to sit at the precise tilt. Travers introduced him as Lean Shackleford Bryce. Carlisle liked his nodding in the beat, how he and the bass swayed like dance partners. He parted his lips to whisper sing the notes when he soloed. Generous applause followed. That meant the live wires next. Carlisle tapped David, who passed a shot glass to her. She leaned back to toss it down. Her father twisted around and heard it plunking on the table. Carlisle patted his shoulder. All right, Carlisle damnation Montgomery, Bobby said. It'll do your worst. The three musicians made their way to the front, scooching around the tables by holding up their instruments like soldiers crossing the river. Their advance was accompanied by shouting encouragement from the bounders and rogues, Bruce's electrician co-workers, who cupped hands around their mouths for hooting, Bruce! He nodded, bashful acknowledgement. On the stage, unfurling the patch of oriental pattern rug, sliding on the straps, plugging in the pickups, strumming chords, check, check one, check two. Thumbs up to the stringy-haired bobbing technician in the VW bus. Carlisle breathed deep. Her eyes swept across the chessboard tile floor. 30 people, maybe? Not bad for a March Tuesday in Richmond. A shout, we love you, Carlisle! Wait, I ain't done nothing. nothing yet, she said, going through the ritual motions of arranging the mic stand's armature. Unlike the other group, she'd used this single dowel-shaped condenser microphone. Somebody cracked, "You're gonna run out of pole!" An eruption of chortles from the back of the room. "Never seen one that I couldn't get up," Carlisle matter-of-fact said before realizing where it would land in this crowd. Cries of "Ow!" And Carlisle observed to Bruce, "Sounds like somebody hurt themselves." "Something we'll have to get used to," he said and swigged his legend brown. Carlisle checked her musical flanks, Laurel foot-tapping on the left. Right, Bruce twisted his neck this way and that as though preparing for a fight. Carlisle said, "You keep that up, it'll fall off." "Probably played better that way," he said, laughter. "Good evening. I'm Carlisle Montgomery." The microphone's reverb pierced her words. She winced, pulled back, and shot a look at the VW boy. Hot mic, somebody remarked, trying to be naughty. The VW boy adjusted levels and portrayed his abject powerlessness over the bulky equipment by throwing up his hands to exclaim, "Sunspots!" Bruce picked at his Martin's frets for a sunspotty effect. "That's a new one." The VW boy protested, "You don't change that to hold that old microphone." "Let's try again." "We're the Live Wires," was greeted by robust cries. Bobby whistled, "We do our own songs." Danae scurried toward the stage, squatting, a leg balanced her as in a yoga pose. One hand held the camera, she discerned the best angles. The flash frost on Carlisle's face joined the sudden shortness of breath and unbidden hot tears. She forced fingers into some chords, had her head shaking, flung wide with the braids. The unintended consequence of the action caused some wild yelling that mistook for banshee excitement her struggle to toss away the frightful sensations. Bruce popped his chin, counting, thinking. Any moment she plunged into the racing opener. She pinched the tiny metal harmonica at her throat. The anxiety subsided. She held her breath in preparation for this leap into a cold, dark lake. "You gotta save yourself," the Carlisle announced, used a melody Laurel appropriated from the contorted waltz of a Saint-Saëns danse macabre. She came to the front of the stage, some clapping from the Jernigan's bunch. She tapped her small foot and drew out scratchy, demonic opening. Carlisle described the misfortunes of Pompeii, aboard the Titanic and the Hindenburg. Who chose to give up? Who tried to live? And thus the title refrain. Each live wire is singing a verse. And now, as Eileen Edmonds will interpret, you gotta save yourself.
The ashes fall and the lava flows. Pompeii is a story everybody knows. You've got to save yourself. You've got to save yourself. You've got to save yourself. If the party's still going, doesn't mean you should stay. Better watch the door, sometimes it happens this way. The Titanic didn't take that long to go. The stern rose up, then she slipped below. You've got to save yourself. You've got to save yourself. You've got to save yourself. Critics don't read the reviews. History shows that the Hindenburg blew. Somebody got a feeling it was catching fire. He was the first off that funeral pyre. You've got to save yourself. You've got to save yourself. You've got to save yourself. Save yourself.
Get closer to the skull, she told me. 2 songs in, and time for one, maybe 2 more. Carlisle's elation poised on the edge of anxiety. Laura Huckert rested her elbow on the bar, chin in hand, and an arm around his base like a drunk companion that needed support. Weems Shackelford III approached the stage. Carlisle, you need a bass player, dude. Excuse me. Y'all need a bass player. What you got is good, but it's like paint without a canvas. Nothing holds it together. Ooh, chorused Jernigan's bunch and the Dave Travers 5. Carlisle put a fist on her hip and arched toward him. How much you had to drink tonight? Ooh, Lord. I have yet begun to drink, Weems delivered. But y'all need a bass player. Weems held out the instrument to spin it like a ballerina. Check it out. Carlisle glared. Weems, whatever you are, you might have noticed how we're in the middle of something here. It's open mic night, insisted one of Jernigan's bunch. Carlisle glanced at Bruce and cocked his head toward Laurel. It's all right, Bruce said. Don't think twice. It's open mic night, Laurel agreed. Chants ensued. Let him play, let him play, let him play. Carlisle sought further guidance from Moira, who gestured toward the stage. Yours. Do what you want. Get up here then, and let's see what you got going on. Weems rested the neck of the bass in the crook of one arm and slid the other fingers into the sound bracket to lift. Carlisle scooted him and Laurel closer to the condenser microphone. Weems plunked out some notes and then drew the bow for a foghorn sound. The VW bus tech scratched his temple. Carlisle introduced the players. Bruce cries, and Laurel gave a decorous curtsy as whistles and stomps erupted from Jernigan's brunch. And this guy, Carlisle finished as the assembly gave their hearty approval. She put a finger behind her right ear and leaned toward the hulking monitor at her feet. Give us some more on the damn bass, she said. Laughter. Painful reverb. Weems plunked some notes, as did Carlisle. The sound issues, resolved as possible given the conditions, meant the live wires needed to fire it up. Carlisle drew a deep breath. This is 3 a.m. going into Louisville. Bruce, sarcastic, described for Weems' benefit, simple little ditty we cooked him. Carlisle added, sad, but not slow. It's late. We're driving. Perfect, Weems said. He nudged up the pork pipe, back brim. A big, mournful exclamation by the guitars, and from Laurel's fiddle, a shimmering night under which Weems scrolled out a long, doleful road. He picked up a bit, and the tone interspersed between them like darting center lines. 3 a.m. Hello.
I should have known when I saw that troubled sky, feeling restless as the bare trees flickered by. Under a half moon near Harlan, I knew to keep on driving, had to pull in to Louisville alive. That road on Black Mountain, that road could take my life. Just like you, it all could change. Now it's dark and early light. That road could take me down. That road could bring me up. I guess it just depends on my luck. Don't know what's gonna happen when I get there. Can't turn around, so I got to look ahead. I'm traveling, you're gone. No need to carry on, 'cause nothing and nobody's left behind. That road on Black Mountain, that road could take my life. But now it's dark, and just like you, it all could change in early light. That road could take me down. That road could bring me up. I guess it just depends on my luck.
love that trip. Thanks, Steve. Carlisle envisioned a half moon that flickered through a cathedral of black trees. The song faded more than it ended as Weems supplied the last sonorous notes. Several people clasped their hands in frozen applause, waiting to break the moment. The anticipatory silence extended even to the veterans of foreign wars. The appreciation came not for this song, but all of them. Foot stomping, shouted demands for an encore. One more, give us one more. Mara, huckered behind the bar, signaled her asset, holding an index finger high above her head. One more. Carlisle turned to Weems. Paint without a canvas? I talk shit like that. You can stay. Carlisle set aside the tailor. Breaking out the go now fast, she said, and slung on the banjo. To the general approval of the onlookers, she instructed the live wires through a tight smile. Blew the roof off the joint. She told Weems to follow the changes, and in the chorus they go together. She's too damn tall. Sounded simple enough. Weems tried to joke, wiping sweat off his brow. His bandmates in the audience laughed. So far, so sad, song-wise, Carlisle said, but here's one that'll get you going. We call it, she twisted her mouth back and forth to summon a catchier name, the Live Wires, which is who we are. But this isn't about us, not exactly. She counted down. One tentative note pebbled away and released the tumult of a boisterous introduction. Carlisle tore off lickety-split, then she and Bruce together. They said it was the live wires that blew the roof off of the joint. They say it was the live wires blew the roof off of the joint, and continued to recount adventures of their alter ego band in southern towns they'd never visited, but sounded good on the line. The fellow in Fayetteville who calls the fire chief to complain. These hot licks are gonna burn down my music hall. And I don't think that singer is a girl at all. Everybody, cause she's too damn tall.
So we are going to sing it together, if you would. They say the live wires, they blew the roof right off the joint. They say the live wires, they blew the roof right off that joint. Well, I don't think the singer is a girl at all, because she's too damn tall. One more time, come on. They say the live wires, they blew the roof right off that joint. They say the live wires, they blew the roof right off that joint. Well, I don't think the singer is a girl at all, because she's too damn tall.
Thank you very much. Bruce and, Bruce, thank you, Eileen. Bruce and Carlisle's instrumental back and forth in the bridge roused the audience. In the second repeat of the chorus, the musicians staggered their entrance on live to build a chapel of harmony, and amid the clamorous accompaniment, Bruce Moody witnessed one of the creaking, ponytailed veterans of foreign wars heave from his bar stool like a sea lion sliding off a rock into the surf. He thought at first how the fellow's swaying stance meant that he'd soon pitch face first. When Carlisle cranked up, live wires, a veteran raised his arms, clapped, and shouted as might of a Celtic warrior, "Woo!" That short yelp became a permanent attachment to the song. Weems dum 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 caused the veteran to shake his ample form, holding fists in front of him like an after-shower toweling of his behind. Another veteran left his stool, and the next, and this Carlisle observed woozier and hairier versions of Esther Williams' corps of swing dancers from those black and white movies she'd watched this past winter. Laurel giggled at the swaying line. They reminded her of the Bears and the Grateful Dead themed mural on the cafe's outside wall. As the live wires in the song ran across the South Carolina county line pursued by police, Weems, Shackleton III, spun his bass around to weave the instrument back and forth and around Laurel. Carlisle smiled wide, eyes closed, rocking her head, giving her banjo its most raucous voice. Bobby Montgomery jumped to his feet, hollering and clapping for his girl, his Goonie! Danae's still but not silent images recorded the night when the live wires burst, blew the roof off off the Cary Street Cafe, and the veterans of foreign wars danced. Thank you! Eileen, everybody, right here. Thank you, Cary Street Cafe. Thank you all for coming out on this typical musical December night. The book is right here for $26.50. I don't come with it, although you can have me at your house. Take me in. Thank you for being here at Cary Street. We know that it's going through a transformation. And so I am extraordinarily pleased and privileged to have been able to be on this stage before you all tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you again to Eileen and to Steve. Thank you so much. I'll have one of these. Love. So much. Thank you for staying the whole time.
Are you done?
Yeah.
You said it was going to be an hour.
It wasn't an hour. I wanted to get everything in. I made some cuts. So.
I think we're still recording. You can get right in front of that thing. Like, say a little piece. There you are.
Greetings all. Harry Kollatz Jr. Thank you for recording me. I hope Roseanne enjoys. Not Roseanne. Yes, Roseanne, I hope you enjoy this novel.
I don't think she's watching.
You don't think she's watching? Well, thank you all. It's available at Chop Suey, Fountain Books, Book People,
So while we're hanging out, I'm going to do a couple more songs that I
Strawberry Pines, Fields of Pines. There you go.
It's called Another Killing on Shepherd Street. Shut up, Loretta! You don't know nothing. Madam, you've never met me before, but I think I could love you, make money and more. You and I were the same mind, sinister heart and unkind. Do you agree? That's how it started, this sordid affair. First partners and lovers, you know how we do. It started with one thing, the next thing you do. The money came from all over the place. The important thing is you kept up the pace. The shot house was a big success. That's where it happened, all of this mess. Where the madam's house got painted and repaired. The girls bought new dresses, new shoes and hair. The gentlemen called from northwest and east. News travels fast like a beggar's feast. The lovers were spotted at social affairs, just like they thought they belonged there. Well, people notice when things go awry. It started with yelling, you hear her, she cried. His gambling skills getting so dull, every bet he made, he couldn't unknown. But madam saw the end was near. She took matters into her hands, I hear. She took a short trip, Carolina or such. He wasn't invited, and she'd be in touch. He went on a bench, took up with the gang, burned down the shot house, snort cocaine. It was over in seconds, it happened so quick. Everybody was fighting when he hit the brick. Shut up, you don't know nothing. Out loud, clear as a bell. Shut up, you don't know nothing. Loretta, you can go to hell. But they shut up because nobody knew what was going on. Well, the girls heard the story at early light. The madam came home the very next night. She started to wail, got dressed in black, and burned all the things in the barrel out back. And after that, when the talking would start, she grimaced, grumbled, breathed deep and barked. Shut up, you don't know nothing. I'm loud, clear as a bell. Shut up, you don't know nothing. You can go to hell. Well, that's how I heard it, that's what they said. Everybody knows who shot the gambler dead. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh, Harry in your book. Boy, it really gets into it. Gets into you.
By the way, that is from her first album, not Eileen's.
Carlisle's first album. That's right.
First real album, not fancy fretwork, which was a cassette. But the first actual album, the CD actually, is called Scott's Edition. It's about growing up there in the 1940s and 50s when it was a distinctly rougher place than it is now in a different kind of way.
Yep.
So,
Got one more for you called You Leave and You're Gone. That damn phone is ringing again. I don't want to talk to my old friends. No company will do. I'd rather be alone if I can't love you. If you leave, you're gone. There's no turning back, I'm moving on. Tonight, it's true, no company will do. I'd rather be alone if I can't love you. They say it's up to you. I say that's not true. 'Cause I love, 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 love you. Yes, I love, 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 love you. That damn phone is ringing again. I don't want to talk to my old friends. No company will do. I'd rather be alone. 'Cause I love, 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 love you. Yes, I love, 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 love you. But believe me when I say you leave, you're gone. You leave, you're gone. You leave, you're gone. You leave, you're gone. Thanks. Thank you, Mary. For your inspiration. For your inspiration, Carlisle.
thank you all. Yeah, that's actually right out of the book. So she's been. We first started talking about this in like 2012 or something. In the parking lot in D&D. Pretty strange. Anyway.
Down walking.
That's right.
What are you doing, Harry?
Well, working on this damn book. So she's kind of been, testing the waters, or been involved in helping me sort of hear the oral landscape that I've always been able to hear in my head so far. So I really appreciate her. And Stevie, wow.
Hey.
That was great.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Huge.
All right. Buy some books.
Drink some drinks.
Make some drinks. Drink some drinks. Buy some
Drink some drinks.
Make some drinks. Drink some drinks. Buy some
Drink some drinks.
Make some drinks. Drink some drinks. Buy some
Drink some drinks.
Make some drinks. Drink some drinks. Buy some